I don't agree with the idea that Wemby right now, like you said in chat, that he didn't give it his all or he got confident or comfortable in losing. I think that's what she said, that he was comfortable in losing. I don't think that's the case. Like I said, I think that it's mostly due to the fact that the Spurs haven't played in forever. And I think that that might have messed up his groove a little bit too. Not only that, changing the starting lineup. But one thing about Wemby is that I have noticed, he's only 19, right? He's going to learn from this. But it seems like he gets, because he's so lanky and because he's so like athletic and quick and everything, and he's accustomed to affecting offenses, basically terrorizing offenses where they don't want to do anything. They're like, he's on the court, I'm not shooting. He's in the paint, I'm passing it out. He's gotten so accustomed to that I don't think that he's capable of doing this, but I don't think he's anticipating the shots anymore. Like, he's gotten so used to it that I think his fundamentals have slipped a little bit. Like how when his hand was down and he just basically allowed Karl-Anthony Towns to shoot an open like 3-point shot. And we've been seeing it more and more from game to game that he is kind of getting a little too comfortable in that. And I think teams are starting to like keep him on his heels a little bit more. Now that's like he can fix it because his instincts are absolutely ridiculous. Okay, he can fix it. He's great. He's phenomenal. But I do think that some of his fundamentals go to the wayside sometimes because of that. Because he can just kind of rely on his length. The 4-game like break probably threw him off a little bit. The new starting lineup for this game was kind of strange, so that probably threw him off a little bit. And on top of it, but I will say this, for this season, a big chunk of the season, his fundamentals have not been as strong as it could be. Like some of the simple things is he's starting to forget. And I think maybe in the past 4 games, because this is a problem too, in the past 4 days, I'm sure there's been information overload as far as like telling him, different things that he can try. Because we've been seeing all the practices and stuff. Yeah, well, glimpses of the practices. And I'm sure there's a lot on his mind, him trying to figure out, okay, how do I get to my spots? Let me try to implement what I learned. But that's pretty tough just to be basically in training for 4 days and then go into an NBA game against the best team in the West right now. Like that's tough. That's tough. That's a difficult task. But yeah, I hate how split up those 4 days was ridiculous, man. You shouldn't have to wait that many days when it's this many games in a season. Like, no. I hate the back-to-backs. It was weird. The Spurs had a back-to-back and then 4 days. Like, that's just weird. And I'm sure that messed them up too. But overall, I think that's what it more than likely was. I'm not harping on it too much, but I think that's why. I don't think it had anything to do with like, I try not to jump to this is what this player is thinking. It's like once we get to that territory, we're kind of like baby Skip Baylesses at that point, because that's what they do. That's what like the talking heads do on ESPN and stuff. Like they start getting in the psyche of this player, what this player was thinking, and this player is doing this. It's like, no, you don't know what they're thinking. Like, chill out. All we can go off of is what we see. I'm just making the inference based on what we already know. And that long stretch was weird, back to back, and then a long stretch doesn't happen that often. And yeah, the starting lineup did change, so that's something. And we have been seeing Wemby's fundamentals not be as strong as it could be. But when you're affecting it, like that's the thing, when you're affecting games, it makes sense though. If we like, and this is my assumption, right? Like, I guess I'm doing a little psyche stuff too. This is my assumption, but I think it would make sense for when you affect a game without doing anything sometimes, that you would start to get used to that and get, accustomed to this person ain't going to shoot. They're not going to shoot. They're not going to try me. They're not going to shoot on me. They're not shooting me. Let me look for the next passing lane they're going to pass it to, because there's no way they're going to try to take the shot. And teams over the past maybe 3-4 games have not shied away from Wemby at all. So his fundamentals going to have to come underway. Because Reed, he got away with a lot of. I feel like if Wemby wasn't expecting him probably to not shoot. He probably would have got at least a couple blocks on him. He was right there. It's just, yeah, Reed was just, whew. I didn't realize Kyle Anderson had 4 blocks in this game. Gobert went 7 for 8. 20 rebounds, 16 points. Oh, man. Yeah, Reed, yeah. Reed, I mean, he kept doing it. And I don't think it has anything to do with Wemby, you know, being bad or nothing like that. Or that Wemby's losing a step or any narrative that might be pushed there. I don't think it's any of that. I just think it's, I don't know. He seemed a little tired or a little thrown off. And it might have just been information overload with everything he's been working on. I don't know. Wolves still number 1 defense in the league. Actually, let's look it up. I think so. Yep, they're number 1. Celtics 2, Thunder 3. Wow. Rockets? That makes sense. Let's see. We're going to be near the end. I already know. Ooh, we're 27th, boys. Yeah, let's go. Dang, Indiana Pacers are really low. All right, who we face next? We face the Rockets next. Rockets must have won today. Yeah, 9-9. They won today. Yeah, Rockets won today. Wemby saving his juju for the Rockets. Yeah, hopefully we'll see a different Wemby. He seemed a little, I don't know, he just seemed a little off. And his fundamentals weren't necessarily there. I don't know what happened there. It was weird. Yeah, he'll be okay though. I'm not worried about it. I ain't worried about it.